We welcome you back, Barry Tompkins, Benny Ricardo. We're at the San Manuel Bingo and Casino here in Highland, California. This is round 5 of our main event. James Lights Out Toney in the green trunks, Damon Reed in the stripes.
And Buddy McGirt telling James Toney everything off the stick. And the stick meaning the jab. And he says, attack that body. Attack that body and you'll break this guy down.
Toney made eye contact with us in between rounds. He said, how am I doing?
Damon Reed so far, though, has had the legs to be able to stay away from James Toney. And he needs to continue to go ahead and just move around in the hopes that maybe he can tire out James Toney and then start putting on some pressure himself.
I'm sure that is the hope, actually. And Toney right now, though, is not being made to work very hard. There's a right hand. Now, to Reed's credit, Toney has hit him with 3 or 4 reasonably good right hands, and Reed hasn't taken a backward step.
And here's where Buddy McGirt told him to go ahead and work that behind that stick and then go to the body. See that right hand right there, right at the body. Try to get Reed to drop that left hand.
Again, working the body, and there was a double left hand.
Low shot.
It was low, yeah.
Hey, I'm not gonna hit. Just keep him up, okay? Come on, hey, that was unintentional. Let's go. Come on, James. Box.
So they will continue. They won't even give Reed the 5 minutes. And Reed slips the left hand in.
It's a trap, Barry.
You bet it is. Good jab. Stuck by Reed that time.
And that would work if he just takes that step to the side after he throws a jab. Don't stay there.
Body shot and a right to the head. Not got Reed's attention. But Reed's still there. And try to do a little bit more in this round.
Okay, break. Step back clean. Let him go. There you go.
Well, that might be the plan,
Okay,
to start after the 6th and then all of a sudden add the pressure towards Toney on the part of Reed.
But of course, it's only a 10-round fight, so you can't give away too many.
Watch that elbow, Damon.
Unless you think you're going to get him out of there, and nobody's been able to do that yet.
That's a good uppercut right there. Toney trying to set that up.
Get off his neck.
See, that's what Toney's trying to do right now. He's going to go under and then come straight up with that uppercut.
All right, break. That's enough. Don't lean on him. Hey, Damon.
Crowd got a little restless here. Not unusual at a James Toney fight. Toney gets him in the corner, goes to the body. Works the body again. Coming toward the end of round number 5. Reed tries to fight back. We'll be back.
Time both of them. Good.
This is round number 6. Toney is shut out thus far. Be hard to see it any other way.
And Buddy McGirt telling James Toney to stay behind the shoulder and you're not going to get hit, and tell him to back up Reed. On the part of Reed, his corner said, you know, that jab is getting there, so keep sticking that jab.
Toney continuing to try to work the body.
It's all right.
Reed complaining about being grabbed on the back of the head.
And this is the 6th round. This is the round that Rockman got Damien Reed. See if Toney could do it. And of course, when Toney got together with Rockman, Toney took him out in the 3rd.
So back, so you turn into it. Good, folks. It's okay.
I'm not sure why the action was stopped there. What a bad left hand actually thrown by Reed, isn't there?
And there's that body shot that Buddy McGirt wanted.
2 of them.
Come on, James. None of that.
And he made that little gesture towards the corner of Reed.
There was a good right hand. And Toney just steps out of the way. Toney must feel he can get him anytime he wants.
And he also, I think, feels that Reed cannot get him at any time.
Come on,
I think that's right.
Look what's happening.
went with a lead right hand to the body, then came up with a left. It was a good left hand.
And that was right in the eye. Right eye. Might have been a thumb in the right eye.
Could be, because Reed was blinking. And now there is a welt under the right eye. And that will get big very quickly.
I mean, this is a master craftsman in Toney. Knowing the guy that, you know, he can do anything he wants, and it can happen at any time.
Overhand right by Toney.
Toney now just waiting, trying to time that shot out.
Coming to the end of round number 6. Toney working the room a little bit here. And just another 10 in the column for Toney.
Time!
Welcome back, round 7. James Toney pretty much having his own way with Damon Reed.
And that eye, it's below the eye. Barry, that thing's going to get huge in a real hurry here. You mentioned that in the last round. But I watched them work on that during the corner. They weren't able to get that thing down.
Yeah, and those things have a tendency just to blow up right now.
Buddy McGirt telling James Toney to keep working behind that jab.
Keep it up.
Says he's not going to go to the ropes. He's not going to come to the ropes to you. Now Damian Reed now talking to the crowd.
Yeah. Good jab by Reed. Toney obviously not hurt by it.
And, you know, Damon Reed has watched James Toney fight a number of times, so he knows all the moves.
Imagine it's easier to identify them when you're watching that video, though.
And Buddy McGirt is right. Everything works behind that jab. That jab is right there.
Watch back there.
That was another low blow from Toney.
It's okay, let's go.
Right hand just a little short.
But that's the thing that Buddy McGirt told me. Reed is not going to come to you at the rope. You're going to have to fight him in the middle. Although now he's starting to stick.
Black now, a little bit of blood along the nose.
Reed complaining about another low blow.
Yeah.
You know, Reed, he's got a good jab, Barry. Look at that, that's a snapping jab.
What Toney's doing there.
He looked at the corner.
Talking to somebody in his corner.
Break! Break clean, no punching, please.
I mean, the living legend, James Toney's already been the subject of a major motion picture.
Yeah. He's a piece of work. There's a right hand from Reed. That might have gotten Toney's attention. Biggest action of the fight from Reed, and Toney content to grab a little bit here instead of pushing him off. Good punch, but wasn't enough to even win the round. This is round number 8. James Toney in his corner, kind of laughing and scratching with his handlers.
And of course, this is his first fight with Buddy McGirt as his trainer. And Buddy urging him to keep fighting behind that shoulder, behind that shoulder. For Reed, they told him, you know, that jab's getting in there. You got to use it more often.
You did get one good right hand in, but I really think Toney felt. There's a right hand top of the head from Toney. And Toney says, come on. Toney says, be a man.
Keep him up, James. Keep him
And
up.
I think he's planning the trap right now, Tony is.
On the belt.
Doubling up on those body shots and looking to land that uppercut.
Toney just tapped him a couple times and hit him with the left hand.
So Barry, in their prime, Bernard Hopkins and James Toney.
I probably would go with Hopkins, and just because, again, like Toney, I think he's a guy that really knew how to fight.
Well, you ask Toney that, he says, you know, if I fought Hopkins, he would go to the morgue right after that fight.
That's right. I'm sure Hopkins might have those same feelings. I just always thought that James Toney, and I really like the guy and recognize all that he is a good right hand. I always thought he did just enough, just what he had to do and never any more.
Just so much talent.
Right. Step back, clean. Thank you. Pay attention.
I remember his battles too with Mike McCallum, body snatcher.
Yeah, I was looking at a list of people that he'd beaten, and there's some real familiar names in there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I call him the People's Champion, because he's never ducked anybody in those divisions.
No, it's true.
Right.
Damon Reed, on the other hand, now just got to see if he can step it up, if he's got enough juice to step it up, because he's not going to win a decision here.
No. Right hand again from Toney. Not much there from Reed. Slapping right hand.
Let him go, Damon.
Let's see how Toney moves the head and the shoulders just enough for those shots not to be able to have any force on him.
Come to the end of round 8. It's getting to be pretty much the same story. Round in, round out. Chalk it up for Toney.